Hello, welcome to Ottawa in the Know. I'm your host, Julie Findlay, and I'm really excited about today's show because there's been a lot of discussion about women's heart health and taking care of women, especially in this month of September as we jump in for heart health across Canada with movement every day, 30 minutes for 30 days. And our next guest is making us be aware of our heart health, Nasli Parast of the Canadian Women's Heart Health Centre. Thank you so much for joining me. And this has been a great month of learning about women's heart health.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. What's your role at the Canadian Women's Heart Health Centre?
I'm the clinical manager of Canadian Women's Heart Health Centre and Cardiac Prevention and Wellness Centre.
That's a lot. That's a lot. So what does a day look like for you?
It's quite busy. We run multiple programs. So we have cardiac prevention program, cardiac prevention postpartum. We have women at heart support groups. So we're running multiple programs, and we have lots of patients coming and getting support.
Getting support. So like we just said, it is a month of jumping in and being aware of women's heart health. What is the importance of women's heart health?
So I don't know if anybody knows, but heart disease is the #1 killer of women worldwide.
I find that so alarming, but I'm glad that you're coming on to tell us about that.
It's unfortunate that many women don't know that such a thing exists, and they don't know their risk factors. And cardiovascular disease, it's actually women are more likely, 5 times more likely to die of cardiovascular disease than breast cancer, which is very alarming. Yes.
Okay. Well, let's start because you said a couple of things we should be aware of. So right away, what are the risk factors?
Sure. So we have common risk factors such as family history, age, sex, and having diabetes, hypertension, and different physical inactivity. Those are the common risk factors. But we also have female-specific risk factors, which a lot of times people don't know. And some of those risk factors are when having complications during pregnancy. So hypertensive disorders of pregnancy, which is hypertension during pregnancy, gestational diabetes, so diabetes during pregnancy, or any sorts of different complications that happen during pregnancy. And later on, we forget about them and we don't think about them. Or menopause, early menopause, premature menopause. When you have the menopause before age of 40, it increases your risk quite significantly. And for women, also inflammatory diseases, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and even physical activity and diabetes, even though it impacts women and men similarly, but it actually increases the risk even higher for women.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I did not know that. So what are some of the so you talked about with pregnancies and everything else. So I guess as you said that, I thought, you're right, we are always tested for that. So we're always in care of that. So we knew what happened then, but we don't know what happens after that. So is there anything we should be aware of or some indicators that might be still affecting us?
For sure. So if you have ever had any of those complications, it's so important that you get a screening early on and you actually advocate for yourself with your family physician, with your primary care provider to try to get it screened the sooner the better. So you want to get it screened, and then from there you will know if there's anything going wrong. So then you can actually protect yourself. It's all about managing your risk factors early on.
And how can we reach out to do that?
So I usually say, find out the information. It's on our website. You can get all these information. Now you're learning, and you can get those, and then connect with your primary care provider, book an appointment, and actually have that conversation. Because a lot of times people change their primary care providers, and they don't necessarily, it's not in their radar that you had complications during pregnancy or you had early menopause. So those are things that you have to bring up, and you have to advocate for yourself and have a collaborative approach with your provider.
Yes, absolutely. I love all these tips because the heart is the biggest muscle in our body. Yes. So tell us a bit about our heart. What should we know about it?
So women's heart are actually smaller and they beat faster.
Wow.
Yes, and we have a lot more tiny blood vessels.
We have tiny blood vessels?
Yes, we have a lot more of them.
Okay.
And we also have the blockage that happens in our blood vessels are also different than men. So we have to be able to protect our heart. And when we get heart attack, our symptoms are different. So
Okay.
I don't know if you know about the common symptoms that happen when usually on the TV they're advertised of how
Yes.
men develop heart attacks. So can you tell me some of those?
I feel like it's when there's a lot of weight gain, when there's inactivity. It's sort of similar to what you're just saying, but would that not be the same for women as well?
So they will be the same, but it impacts women differently. But also we have to think about the
I
fact.
see how we're feeling. You're asking how
Yes.
one feels
How
when they're
we-
about to heart
yes.
attack. Okay, short of breath,
It's-
pain in the heart.
Yeah, so
Okay.
usually for men, we actually get pain in the heart and then it radiates through the arm.
Okay.
It happens for everybody. I shouldn't say a specific, but for women, we might actually feel more different symptoms as
Okay.
well. So we might actually get shortness of breath. We might get extreme fatigue. We might get symptoms of
And
indigestion.
not all at once.
It could all happen at multiple things
Okay.
happen at once. It could happen at different separately. It's our symptoms. It might be there, but we just have to make sure that we don't ignore them.
Okay.
We actually because people would say, well, how would I know if it's indigestion or
Yeah.
heart attack? So that's where you have to actually seek out and get support. So
Yes.
And getting assessed is actually the most important thing you can do.
So a lot of people Google their symptoms, but wouldn't it be just easy enough to go to your website to find the information?
That would be great. It would be actually very important to go to a reliable website that you actually know the information are accurate. So.
Okay. And what websites should they go to when they want to check out?
So right now, so you can go to the University of Ottawa Heart Institute, and then there's a Canadian Women's Heart Health Center. We also are doing a campaign for Jump In.
Yes.
So it's one of the things that you can actually join and search in for the Ottawa Heart Institute Jump In, and you get some information about it.
And why do you stand? We have about 30 seconds. Why do you stand in behind Jump In and the movement?
So as I mentioned, there are multiple risk factors that impact women. So, but when we talk about the physical activity, it's so important that we actually advocate for ourselves and actually do exercise. 30 minutes of exercise per day, that's all you need to do. And jumping is a challenge that is nationwide, and people can actually...
Yeah, thank you so much. Everybody, jumpinnow.ca. Thank you so much, and we'll be back with our next guest.
This program is brought to you by Rogers Xfinity, connecting you to more of what you love. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Welcome to Community News and Events on Rogers TV, Channel 22. I'm Ramon DeFranco, and I'm here at the Museum of Nature, 240 McLeod Street, arguably Ottawa's top architectural gem. Besides being a stunning building, the museum offers a place to explore immersive galleries featuring a 19-meter blue whale skeleton, dinosaur fossils, and butterflies and owls. The Canada Goose Arctic Gallery transports you to northern ecosystems with real ice and interactive exhibits. The museum is centrally located, and best of all, it's free for kids under the age of 18. There's always something new to see at the Museum of Nature. For more information, visit nature.ca. To have your community news or events listed on our website, please go to rogerstv.com, click on events, post your event. That's it.
Join us for season 4 of Simply Cooking by Chef, Sunday nights at 8 o'clock, right here on Rogers TV.
There are thousands of reasons to support BGC Ottawa. The club provides a safe place where all kids and teens can experience new opportunities, overcome barriers, and develop confidence. But the best reasons? 85% of club members say they're better prepared to do well in life. 93% of kids receive the help they need with their homework. And 97% feel safe. As the club's Chief Programs Officer, I'm living proof that BGC Ottawa changes lives. Learn how at bgcottawa.org.
Welcome back to Ottawa in the Know. I'm Julie Findlay, your host. You've definitely seen me with this apron on before. I love being in the kitchen, but I don't know if you viewers know this at home. The only reason I am in the kitchen is because a very good friend of mine, Corey Keeley, told us the importance of eating healthy, buying local, and I had to jump on board, and so now she is my next guest, Corey Keeley, food expert, Kitchen Connected.
Yeah,
thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so Corey
excited.
was in Greece in the last little bit.
Yeah, I have spent some time in Greece.
Yeah, and if you can be in the kitchen right now, you'd smell everything so fresh, but what you were telling us is all of this is in season.
Yeah, I get excited about food, obviously.
Yeah.
And so basically when I get to a town or where we were going, I was like, hey, what are we having? And like the moussaka, and every island was a little bit different. But the common theme throughout is obviously you have a Greek salad. The Greek salad's not kind of like the one we see here. It's more tomato, cucumber, onion, feta, olive oil, lemon juice. Simplicity. And but funny enough, some of them were better than others. I'm like, how can this even be different?
Wow.
But there's things that make a difference. And buying food in season, buying local, the things always taste better. So one place we had, the tomatoes were perfection. We were in Naxos, and they have cherry tomatoes there. They don't have large tomatoes that we'd never encountered them. So where we would see a Greek salad diced, large field tomato, there was never that. It was always these delicious, and we have the most delicious cherry tomatoes in Ontario.
Yes.
So I went to Foodland Ontario and found some recipes that are easy to make, all in season, and so anyone who's watching this or wants to kind of try, they're all pretty authentic. So I'll share.
Okay.
One big thing is tzatziki. It's Greek yogurt is everywhere there for breakfast. You have plain Greek yogurt. It's thick and creamy. It's better than any yogurt you've ever tried here, but part of it is just how it's handled. So it's super thick. So if you get a yogurt that has no fillers and no, things to make it kind of stick together, it separates, the whey separates, and it makes it a little bit runny. So you can make Greek yogurt yourself by straining it. So you take your yogurt, just plain yogurt. I've just put it in a strainer lined with paper towel, put it in there. This was 1 liter of yogurt, and it boils down. Look at all that liquid that came out. So this tastes like the most insanely creamy, delicious high fat. It's a 1% yogurt that is literally like eating mascarpone cheese. Like
it's thick.
It's so good. So that's a trick that you can always
that's
try.
A great trick.
It makes good tzatziki. So when you're making your own tzatziki at home, you want to have this kind of yogurt cheese, that's what we would call it. It's super thick, but when you are shredding your cucumber, it has also so much liquid. So if you have yogurt that hasn't been strained, you might need to squeeze out the liquid out of the cucumber. I like the flavor that comes with that, so I make the yogurt really and put all that delicious green.
Okay, and so you add that?
I put that in to make it a little bit thinner, because this is pretty thick, so it's not going to spread. So that's just like 1 cucumber shredded up, added to thick Greek yogurt with some garlic. Some of them add a little bit of red onion. I love the red onion, but this Foodland Ontario recipe, it called for garlic, olive oil, and they put a little bit of sugar in. You don't need sugar in my mind. I just like this. Might add a little bit of oregano if you wanted. But honestly, the simplicity of flavors is what is everywhere in Greece.
And it's so fresh. Like
so fresh.
If you're here, you could smell the smell of the cucumber right now. And you add a little bit of oil.
I add a bit of that. So then to this, the other thing we would eat were like platters of, so you have the baba ganoush with the roasted and grilled eggplant, and then these grapevines and potatoes. Naxos was famous for their potatoes. And
it's like
I love potatoes. And Ontario is famous for potatoes. And so the other thing in Greece is that it's all simple because they have no space. We don't have big grocery stores there. There's no Costco. You're buying your food fresh. They don't have much refrigeration. They have tiny little houses. And they don't use a lot of their electricity on the island, and the electricity goes out a lot. So what kitchen essentials you need is a really good knife. You need, maybe, I don't really need that, but this, if you have a grater, that's helpful. A mandolin would be helpful. It's manual, and then it makes kind of nice shapes. I love zucchini when it's thin like this. I don't like big pieces of zucchini. I never have, but I like it like this.
When you cook with, sometimes it has a tiny bit of a different texture when it's bigger. So when
if you're
thinner,
cooking it, but when it's raw in these little shreds like this, I would get a mandolin. Use your mandolin, use this. The one thing is an air fryer you could use in Greece, because it It's small, it does everything an oven would do, it doesn't use a lot of electricity, and it's powerful. Like, it's really good. So if I was going to pick one thing that I needed, it would be...
You take to your island?
I would take to my island. I would take that for my Naxos potatoes. So basically, instead of deep frying them, I would just air fry them. And to air fry, all you do is add a little bit of olive oil, which is, they add, like, you just drink the olive oil there. It's incredible.
It's lovely. Did you bring any home?
I didn't. I was like, I didn't, because we
Well,
also have really great places here, like Aurelius, that brings in from Greece. I didn't. It's just heavy and all the things, but
yeah.
So all you do is add a little bit of olive oil, put that into your air fryer, turn it on, probably cook it for 15 minutes, shake it a bit, and then put salt on it, some oregano, and then they dip the potatoes in the tzatziki.
Oh my gosh, that's delicious. Okay,
It's a lot of
what have you
tzatziki
got here? We got
talking.
about 2 minutes.
That's
we
our
still have time.
authentic Greek salad. And the other thing is
love that.
heavy cheese. Like, so when you get your salad, it has a block of feta cheese on it. I love that, because we always dice it up and crumble it. No, we get the whole block of cheese in Greece. It's amazing.
Yeah, that is beautiful.
Another thing is a lot of grains in Greece. They had barley was big. And I always think of barley as a winter food, and Greece is so hot. It is smoking hot there, and they're eating this heavy barley, but it's not heavy there because they're mixing it with all the Greek ingredients.
Yeah.
So we're going to put some in here.
Okay. Perfect.
But again, we have our feta.
Yeah.
And
so
then
I'm
I just chopped up the cucumbers. I think some of the things that I noticed about what made a dish better, and it's the same here, is how you chop things up.
Yeah.
I like the finer chopped and then tomatoes. I don't like big pieces, so barley is kind of small.
Yeah.
So smaller pieces of the cucumber, smaller pieces of the tomato, so you're not getting big pieces.
Yeah.
So that kind of, I think every restaurant had a little bit of their own variation, just like we do here.
Yes, absolutely. But it's so nice. That's what travel's great about, because you can do a lot of this at home. Like you said, all of our things in season.
And then the other thing is, tomato-wise, look at these sun-dried tomatoes. They are tender. Sometimes sun-dried tomatoes are like leather.
Yeah.
This is literally soaked under the sun, and it's tender and sweet and delicious.
You know what?
You're not having it?
I do want to try it right now.
Put it there.
But we're going to add this on, and all these recipes and more.
They're all
Foodland
Foodland, Ontario.
Thank you. .ca. Corey Keeley, always a
Yeah.
pleasure. You make food so fun and makes our life so easy. Be back right next. I know.
Welcome to CUNY News and Events on Rogers TV, Channel 22. I'm Ramon DeFranco, and I'm here at the Westboro Farmers Market at Byron Linear Park at the corner of Richmond Road and Golden Avenue. The market runs every Saturday until October from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. It features more than 60 local small vendors offering fresh seasonal fruits, vegetables, baked goods, prepared food, crafts, and live music. All made or grown within 100 kilometers of Ottawa. The market provides a friendly community vibe ideal for a leisurely Saturday visit. There are other markets located in Barhaven, Orleans, Main Street, and at Lansdowne Park. For more information, visit ottawafarmersmarket.ca. To have your community news for events listed on our website, please go to rogerstv.com, click on events, and post your event. That's it.
Hello, I'm Liz Dowdswell, Lieutenant Governor of Ontario. In 2008, carbon monoxide, a deadly invisible gas, killed an entire family in our province. That tragedy led to a new law requiring homes with potential CO sources to have alarms. John Gignac's family members passed away that day, and he shares his story to save others.
Please make sure you have working CO alarms in your home. Protect your family today.
Hi, I'm Meg, and this is Fit Findlay. Join me for Season 3 of Fit Over 50 with Meg, exclusively on Rogers TV. You're going to love the workouts that I lead you through. We're going to be using resistance bands, weights, your own body weight, and a chair. These workouts are for people over the age of 50, but no matter what age you are, you're going to love them. Can't wait to see you then.
Welcome back to Ottawa No. I'm Julie Findlay. This is a great program so far. We're talking about heart health. We're talking about healthy food. And my favorite thing I like to talk about to combine with that is fitness. So I brought on one of my good friends and owner of Love Your Body Fitness in Westboro, Kate Laird. Thank you so much for joining me.
Oh, thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes, so Kate and I have definitely spent a lot of time working out together, her obviously more than I, but we thought it'd be a good opportunity to let everybody at home know what is important about fitness and almost about women's fitness as well.
Yeah.
So what is the impact of strength training for us?
So strength training for women is extra important because we don't build muscles as easily and we don't keep them as easily. So over our lives, of course, our hormones change. After age 35, they start to shift a little bit. In our 40s, we start to hit perimenopause, right? Our hormones really start to decline.
Yeah.
So it becomes harder to build muscles, easier to lose muscles, and then you hit menopause, and that's where you actually see a very significant dip, both in bone density as well as in our muscle mass.
Really?
Yeah. It happens.
Okay.
It happens fast. The thing is that there's a lot we can do about it, right?
Okay, great.
But it's about strength training, like lifting heavy things.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So if I were coming to you, which you're open to have new people, and you're an amazing
I hope
coach,
you do.
Absolutely. What would you say to me? What were some questions you would ask me to get me to kind of get into my strength training?
Well, first I'd start with what you're doing now.
Okay.
So I'd kind of figure out what else you're doing in your routine, what you love doing. You know, sometimes people are endurance athletes or, you know, they have a sport that they're really into that they love. And you want your strength training to complement that, kind of fit into your program throughout the week. If you love doing yoga 5 days a week, you're probably not going to want to strength train 5 days a week, but maybe you can do it 3, right?
Yeah.
Or if you're, you know, I've got clients that run like hundreds of kilometers every week. And so they need their strength training to support that and help them keep doing it for the rest of their lives, not slow them down and take away from the thing that they love doing.
Yes, so you're saying right away the benefits are healthy muscles, healthy bones, and strength.
Yeah, and healthy brain.
And healthy brain.
Yeah.
I have to say, when I started strength training, I felt like my endurance was better.
It is.
Yeah, so I wasn't understanding the science behind it. So if the one thing I know a lot of people ask is that idea of building muscle mass or wanting to stay toned. I'm sure you hear a lot of women saying, I don't want to be big and bulky, I want to be toned. So what's that all about? There's a myth there, hopefully?
Yeah. So, so the word tone is a bit of a trigger word for me because I really believe that it's a word that fitness professionals have been using to body shame people into buying stuff from them forever and ever and ever. Like, my industry is very body shamey. It's starting to get better, but it's
Kate's not doing that, by the way.
We're not body shaming. No body shaming. So toned really means building muscles and reducing fat.
Okay.
The idea that doing like 1,000,000 reps of something light makes you toned and lifting something heavy makes you bulky is completely false.
Okay.
It's kind of like lifting heavy weights. It's kind of like buying a Porsche and being like, oh no, I'm really worried I'm going to accidentally become a NASCAR driver, right? Like, you're not going to get bulky unless you put a lot of intention into it.
Okay.
Probably also taking testosterone and maybe some steroids. Like, women, we just don't.
We don't do that. That's just not true.
I try to get bulky.
Okay.
I'm not.
No, but you're strong and you're healthy.
Yeah.
And it works.
Yeah.
Okay, I have so many questions. Okay, how should you eat to support your fitness? I think that's a big thing. There's a lot of things like don't eat before you work out and make sure you have protein an hour after. Like, can you give us a few tips?
Yeah, that's a big one because if you're not eating properly to support, especially your strength training and your endurance work, you're not going to get the benefits, and it can lead to repetitive use injuries and stuff like that, like chronic injuries. So before you work out, if it's first thing in the morning, it's a great idea to have a little bit of carbohydrates, and we're talking about carbs that are going to turn into sugar really fast. So, you know, fruit, like have a banana, a little piece of toast, something that's going to be really simple and like digest quickly and just fill you full of sugar. You need that for your workout.
You do need it.
And you're going to work out, if you're like, oh no, carbs, you're going to work out harder.
Yeah.
You're going to like accomplish more. After you work out, you're going to need another shot of carbs. Carbs is like, it makes glycogen in your cells, right?
Okay.
Which is the fuel so that your muscles can do work.
Yeah.
So you need to refill.
So you have to say that again, because I feel like everyone at home is going, no, we're not supposed to take carbs.
Carbs aren't bad. Carbs aren't bad. You need carbs.
You need carbs because you need to say it. You gotta.
Yeah. So like, imagine all of your cells have a little gas tank in them, and that's what gives you energy. Also your brain. And so carbs is what actually fills up that gas tank.
Okay.
So the muscles can work.
So it's not just water.
It's not just water. Yeah. So you need your carbs, and then you also want to eat a big shot of protein. So when you work out, whether you're strength training or doing a big endurance workout, you're creating kind of damage in the muscle, little tears all over the muscle. And protein is what we use to actually repair tissue in our body. So if you're not also eating your protein and you're working out really hard all the time, you're creating all of those little tears that damage to the muscle, and you're not giving yourself the fuel you need to repair it.
Yes.
Yeah. So I actually eat 180 grams of protein a day.
Okay.
Which is a lot of work.
Yeah, that is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. But I really recommend women in particular, because we've been taught to eat lightly.
I know, that's never been in my brain.
No.
But it's what I wanted more was that idea of the success of the workout, because I am one that gets up quite early, so to know just to take like a banana, that's perfect, because then you get the most out of your workout.
And if it's going to be a longer workout, like if you're doing anything endurance-y where you're going to be training for longer than an hour, you need to eat throughout the workout.
Okay.
An hour or less, snack before, eat within like 30 to 60 minutes
and
after.
then add the protein.
Yeah.
Okay, I love
40 to 60 grams after your workout.
Thank you.
Of protein.
40 to 60 grams.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to make, so what else do I have? What are some of the things when women come into your studio that they're looking for right away, and you're able to be like, just relax, we got you?
Well, we do a lot of work with women who have never been in a gym before. You know, they're often just diagnosed with osteoporosis or something like that, or they're like a serious endurance athlete in their 30s or 40s and they've started getting injured. So there's a lot of anxiety across the board about, gaining big muscles, which we've already talked about, hurting themselves. Really important to note that injuries per hour of weight training is like not even on the chart compared to injuries per hour of running. For instance, and we don't think of running as dangerous. Right?
Absolutely.
And one of the best ways to help prevent injuries as you age is to strength train. So
you're in.
Yeah.
Okay. I think everybody, you just need to go to Love Your Body Fitness in Westboro. Kate will be there. Her team will be there. Thank you so much for sharing all those tips with us. And we have more tips to come. See you in a few minutes.
Passionate content creator ready to expand your audience reach? Do you have unique stories, captivating hobbies, or special interests that deserve a spotlight? Rogers TV is here to amplify your voice within the community. We offer you the platform to broadcast your content to a wider audience. And the best part, it's completely free. Don't miss this opportunity to share your vision and engage with viewers. Find out how Rogers TV can transform your content journey today.
You're invited to join us for the next Hour to Give to learn all about the Almont General Hospital and the Fairview Manor Foundation. You're going to learn about all the incredible programs they have, from babies to bubbas and everyone in between.
October 5th, 2014, my daughter was hit by a train. She was walking along the sides of the tracks, and it shattered her world.
There are thousands of reasons to support BGC Ottawa. The club provides a safe place where all kids and teens can experience new opportunities, overcome barriers, and develop confidence. But the best reasons? 85% of club members say they're better prepared to do well in life. 93% of kids receive the help they need with their homework. And 97% feel safe. As the club's Chief Programs Officer, I'm living proof that BGC Ottawa changes lives. Learn how at bgcottawa.org.
Hey, I'm Dave, and I absolutely love to camp.
Why do we do this? Why do we go out here with the bugs, the bears, skunks chasing you, poison ivy, ticks, you name it. Why do we do it? because we love it. I love it.
I wanted to take my passion for filming and the outdoors and combine them, and that's why I'm here. Maybe it's a mistake, I don't know.
Welcome back. Well, we're all things heart health, heart food, and we're trying to extend this summer. And I know that everybody's in the neighborhood, a buzz, walking around, making sure they get their exercises. Bikes are everywhere, and we want to extend that season. So I wanted to invite our next guest, Ashley Bellumar, who's with Bushtaka, and she's going to tell us just how to extend the season. How are you?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
Thank you. I'm very good. So what is your role at Bushtaka?
I am the Westboro Bike Fit Specialist.
Okay, and so what does that entail?
So I help people get comfortable on their bikes, and then outside of comfort, I also help them perform better through different positionings on their bike, from a hybrid bike, from a road bike, to a triathlon bike, and kind of everything in between, even a gravel bike.
Yeah, so you've been busy this season, especially with the Ironman coming through the city?
Very, very busy.
That's great.
And then with all the different events, all the different gravel events and road events, it's been quite a busy year.
And everybody can find those events on Bushtaka website?
We have different community events, and then you can also search different races and courses throughout the area.
Great. Okay, I didn't bring you on to ask all about that, but thank you for sharing. I think what we want to talk about is extending our bike season. Yeah. So there's probably 3 things that we really need to focus on. So what 3 things do you think are most important?
So we're going to need to focus on visibility.
Okay.
We're going to need to focus on gear and being warm.
Okay, perfect. So let's start with visibility, because it's getting darker days. I can't even remember and don't want to know when we have to turn back the clocks. But what are some tips on visibility?
So the most important thing are lights. So we want to make sure that even during the daytime, we are running lights. So
okay, even during the daytime?
Yes, very important, because a lot of, I think it's about 80% of accidents between a car and a cyclist occur during the day.
Oh my goodness.
So Trek actually makes a great lineup of lights that are daytime running lights, and I have them actually right here.
Oh, you have them on the light? Okay, on the bike. Yeah, and I know these do like the flashing. I won't do it, but they flash, or they do different styles of light.
To grab motorist attention. And it's also important. The area has so many different bike paths and different multi-use paths that even pedestrians, it's good for pedestrians to see cyclists. So daytime running lights, but also we need to have nighttime lights.
Okay, and should this be on the front and one on the back as well? Thank you.
We have one on the back as well.
Okay, great. So sorry, you're going to show me the nighttime lights?
So even in the nighttime, we need something a little bit brighter so that it can illuminate where you're cycling, but also so that you're visible. Trek offers a great kinder light, so it actually beams down, so it's not blinding anybody.
Which is kind of nice, because there's some people who are walking on the path, and when it's super dark, you just see the light, you have no idea who's coming. So that's a really nice touch for that. Perfect. And okay, so you've got your lights, you've got your daytimes, and these are easy fastenable and take off and on your bike.
Yes, Trek offers a great blender system that you can blend it into your bikes, and then there's also silicone attachments, easy on, easy off.
Okay. Yes, it is getting colder. How do we keep warm when we start off in the morning or we're ending up on the evening?
Layer, layer, layer.
Okay.
Yes. So I thoroughly enjoy getting out in the morning. So earlier this week it was 5 degrees one morning.
That was cold.
And then I ride to work and then I ride home. So it's very important to wear different layers that I can take off for my ride home. So if it is just kind of that in between, we can wear a leg and an arm warmer. Okay. So that you can take it off for if you get hot on the ride and shove it in your pockets.
And you have many different styles of and brands of warmers, right? Okay. What's your favorite brand that you like to wear?
I actually have been wearing the Pearl Izumi brand. I
Yeah.
find it fits very, very well for women. And going back to the being seen, it also has a lot of reflective stamps on it.
Yeah.
So if a light catches it, then you're also reflective throughout your body.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and then what about socks?
Socks. Always a good idea to wear a wool sock when it's getting colder.
And why is that?
Because it helps wick away moisture, because even though you're cold, you're still going to sweat.
Yeah.
So it helps wick away moisture, helps ventilate the foot a little bit, but also it keeps it warm.
Yeah.
And it's great because they're also odor controlling. So if you're only bringing one sock with you, you don't have to worry about smelly feet at work.
That's actually a great tip to know. I didn't know that. I mean, I've never smelled before, but now that I know, it's a great gift too, actually. Everybody loves socks.
Amazing gift,
And your outer layers, so once you have your base layers, you've got some lovely layers here. And what does this offer?
So that's going to offer additional warmth. So you could wear that under like a rain jacket. Or you could wear that over like a merino base layer that you're wearing. You can also wear it over your bib shorts. So a lot of versatility in that layering process.
Yeah, and I do love the pockets at the back to make sure
They're
they do that.
wonderful.
So you actually mentioned a few things. So this base layering is for where? Okay. So you have the whole, wow. Yes. Everyone, I don't think I got far enough in Bush Tucker to find this. This is brilliant. So this is a full suit, so you never have to worry about anything coming up or layering up.
Right, so the bib short will help keep it in place. And these are actually fleece on the inside, so you have your chamois, a full-length pant. These are extremely warm, so you're looking at about -5 in here. If it's windy, it could affect it a little bit because we don't have any wind protection here. But we also do carry bib shorts and pants that have some wind protection on the thighs.
Perfect. And there's one thing here that I'm holding. This I love. I love that you've always offered these hats that are so thin because everyone does need to wear their helmet.
Yes.
Yes, and you don't have any, but I know that you have a ton at Bush Tucker that people can refer to. So what would be your first 3 tips for anybody who wants to extend their season?
Get a pair of long bib pants. Get a really good pair of gloves, preferably wind blocking like these Castelli here. And a toe warmer or a bootie like this one here.
Wow, we have so much to talk about. We're going to need you on. But these go over your boot and they have the thing on the bottom. This is brilliant. Okay. Everyone at home, thank you so much, Ashley. I think everybody, make sure you have your lights, make sure you dress properly, make sure you have all of these great additions to your bike season because we want everybody to be healthy, safe, and well.
Welcome to Community News and Events on Rogers TV, Channel 22. I'm Ramon DeFranco coming to you from the Nepean Sportsplex. Are you looking for fast-paced action and community spirit? Then look no further than Nepean Raiders Hockey. The Raiders offer thrilling matchups right here at the Steve Yzerman Arena, where rising stars battle it out on the ice. Visitors can enjoy a lively atmosphere filled with music, fun, and affordable snacks. Families, friends, and hockey lovers alike gather to cheer on the red, white, and black. Whether you're a diehard fan or a first-time visitor, Raiders Hockey delivers excitement. Visit NepeanRaiders.com for their full schedule and bring the whole family. To have your community news or events listed on our website, please go to RogersTV.com, click on events, and post your event. That's it.
This week on Canada Files, former Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. After almost 10 years in office, he reflects on his leadership, COVID, tariffs, and the ups and downs of his tenure as Canada's 23rd Prime Minister.
Welcome back to Ottawa in the Know. I know we've been focused on women this session and this hour, and I really wanted to bring this point to everyone that every single night, Cornerstone houses 165 women in shelter and 149 in homes. And here to tell us all about how we can make a difference and a change in our community is Chris O'Gorman, Director of Development and Communications of Cornerstone Housing for Women. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me on, Julie.
Yes, this has been an important conversation that we've had for years. You've done so many great things with Cornerstone Housing. How has it been going?
It's been busy, honestly. It's been one of our busiest years ever. So just last year, we opened up a brand new shelter, went from supporting 61 women every night to 165, so almost tripling our capacity.
Wow. Yeah.
And our housing, too, we opened a brand new housing residence that provides 46 permanent homes to women in the city of Ottawa.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So that brings us up to 149 women in our housing across the city. So every night, 300 people call our programs home, whether it be a temporary home in our shelter or a permanent home in our housing.
Okay. And how have these women contacted you? Has it been easy for them to reach out to you, or have you been able to?
So with the opening of our new shelter, we're now the largest women's shelter in the city.
Wow.
So we accept women from all sorts of, different struggles. People who are maybe have experienced mental health challenges, physical disabilities, or domestic violence. People come to us for all sorts of different reasons. And our job when they come to our shelter is exactly that, is to help them, make it as easy as possible to connect with us. And then once they connect with us, to get them into housing.
Yeah.
So all of the work that we do really is around housing first. It's getting people into housing, no matter how hard it can be. And the housing that we offer is a specialized form of housing. It's called supportive housing. So imagine kind of an apartment building mixed a little bit with a nursing home. So it's all the support somebody might need to be permanently housed for a long period of time, especially if they've struggled with independent housing before. Some of those supports that we offer are things like financial help, or help getting into the job market if that's what they're looking to do, going back to school, or even just help with their day-to-day needs like food or health care. So all sorts of different things that we can offer right there in the residence, which we find leads us to have the remarkable success rate of like 99.9%. When people move into our housing, they do not become homeless again.
Oh, I almost want to hug you, but we're not allowed to anyways. That is really good news. It's the community that really helps you as well.
It does.
So how can we even be of help, and how has the community helping?
So we've recently finished up an incredible campaign. It's called A Better Place to Sleep.
I can even hold it up.
Yeah. So A Better Place to Sleep was this big campaign that we launched at the beginning of the summer to provide $125,000 for 164 new beds, 82 bunk beds, and obviously 2 beds in each bunk. The bunk beds that we had when we first moved into the shelter were old, they were falling apart, they weren't designed for what we needed, right? And when you're especially sleeping rough or staying in a shelter, you want a comfortable place to sleep. You want a safe place to sleep, right? So we set about to raise this money, and I'm so happy to say that as of yesterday, we have raised $125,000, and we are going to be purchasing all 82 new bunk beds, so everybody in our shelter will have a safe and comfortable place to sleep.
Okay, I'm sure many viewers at home are thinking, I didn't do that, I didn't give to that, so where can we next be able to donate?
We are going to be launching a very special campaign at our upcoming Purple Tie Gala, which you'll hear all about in the next segment, where we're going to be raising money for women's health. Right now, the best ways to support us is, of course, a financial donation if you're able. That helps us do everything from providing food, health care, support, a place to sleep, and hopefully a home for somebody.
Yeah.
If you can't,
because I was just going to say, the money, when it does come in financially, you've already made great connections with people in our community are giving their time. So it's better to give the financial part, and you can use it almost triple.
Exactly. It's so true. If you cannot, though, donate financially, there are a number of ways to support us. You can volunteer, which we always love volunteers to support our programs. We have more than 200 wonderful volunteers to support our work at Cornerstone. You can also donate in-kind items. So food is something that we always need. We serve 270,000 meals a year out of our very small little kitchen. So we have one little kitchen, which basically is going non-stop from about 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. every day.
Oh my gosh.
And we serve all of the meals in each of our housing residences, as well as our shelter, every single day. As soon as breakfast is done, we're cooking lunch. As soon as lunch is done, we're cooking dinner.
So how would you like people to donate that food? Is it food ingredients, or could they do big pots of chili, or what do you need?
As long as it's cooked in a commercial kitchen, we absolutely love pre-cooked food. But if you're just donating at the grocery store, that's a huge help for us. And people often think, much like a food bank, you know, it can only be non-perishable items. That's not the case with us. We love, you know, fresh meats and vegetables and produce and fruit. We love, love, love that stuff because it helps keep people in our programs healthy. So we love food donations. You can also donate some of our much needed items like bedding and linens, towels, pillows, things like that. If you're doing some fall cleaning, I suppose now, we always love things like that. We also really need hygiene supplies. So toiletries, feminine hygiene products, soap, shampoos, toothpaste, toothbrushes, all of those are things that we need all the time.
Okay, and then coming into the season, coats and scarves and hats and mitts and boots
we have a very small, you know, this is kind of the story of Cornerstone. We have small spaces to do a lot of great work. So at our one area, our one building that has a donation room, we can only accept a certain number of clothing. But yes, as the winter starts to come, probably October, November, we would love donations of winter coats, winter boots, and hats, mitts, and scarves.
So the best way for people to be in the know about that is to do what?
Check us out online. So you can follow any of our social media. We're just at Hope Cornerstone. Or you can give us a call, send us an email at donate@cornerstonewomen.ca, or check out our website, which is cornerstonewomen.ca. It's very easy to get in contact with us, and we're always happy to hear from our community.
Okay, and we still had more time. I just felt like that was the perfect time to say that.
Of course.
You have some great stories about people that have made a difference and had an opportunity because of you to move on. And I feel like she might have a story that you want to share.
She does. This is Jenny, one of the incredible women who call Cornerstone home. And I think like the stories that really mean a lot to me at Cornerstone is when I can really show the incredible support that supportive housing is. As I said, it's a little different than just a regular apartment building, right? Jenny is one of the incredible residents who lives in our Booth Street residence, along with a number of other women. When Jenny came to us, she was really struggling with her physical health, her mental health, and needed additional supports. For many women, you know, who come to our programs, without the interventions that we can provide in supportive housing, people will stay homeless for a long time. It's not that easy to find housing that will support mental health, physical health, and maybe if they have a physical disability, if they're aging, if they have, you know, behavioral troubles, all of those things kind of wrapped into one means that many different housing options aren't available to people. In Jenny's case now, though, she has the most wonderful laugh that you've ever heard in your life. Walking into our Booth Street residence, it's like, I don't know, it just warms your heart. It fills your soul with laughter.
You know what? Just on that note, make sure you check in and do what you can. Thank you so much for joining us. And we'll be up next.
Hello, I'm Liz Dowdsville, Lieutenant Governor of Ontario. In 2008, carbon monoxide, a deadly invisible gas, killed an entire family in our province. That tragedy led to a new law requiring homes with potential CO sources to have alarms. John Gignac's family members passed away that day, and he shares his story to save others.
Please make sure you have working CO alarms in your home. Protect your family today.
Public transit, garbage pickup, parks and recreation programs, snow removal on your street. How can you stay informed about these and other important local services? Tune to City Council coverage on Rogers TV. See your community leaders at work on Rogers TV City Council coverage.
Join me, holistic chef Daniela Croco, for season 4 of Simply Cooking by Chef, right here on Rogers TV.
There are thousands of reasons to support BGC Ottawa. The club provides a safe place where all kids and teens can experience new opportunities, overcome barriers, and develop confidence. But the best reasons? 85% of club members say they're better prepared to do well in life. 93% of kids receive the help they need with their homework. And 97% feel safe. As the club's Chief Programs Officer, I'm living proof that BGC Ottawa changes lives. Learn how at bgcottawa.org.
Some of Canada's most accomplished and fascinating people share their lives, insights, and stories each week on Canada Files. This season, I'll be speaking with former Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, music producer David Foster, writer Malcolm Gladwell, and comedian Martin Short, among others. I'm Valerie Pringle. I hope you can join us.
Welcome back. Well, if you do not have a ticket for this upcoming event, you are going to have one, I'm hoping, by the end of this segment, because the Purple Tie Gala is the most important fundraiser for Cornerstone for Housing Women. And two people who are on the show that are going to tell us all about it are two of my favorite, Heidi Conrad, event manager, and Joseph Cole, co-chair of the gala. Welcome.
Hello.
Yes, all purple.
Hello.
All purple.
All purple.
So everybody in Ottawa, you have seen Joseph wearing purple in many different ways. In fact, he's given you options of how you could wear purple at this gala. But first, tell us about the importance of this gala, Emma.
Absolutely, yeah. So the Purple Tie Gala is our largest fundraiser of the year. And every year we are serving every day, actually, we're serving over 300 women and moving them from homelessness into housing.
Yeah.
And so it really is super important to the work that we're doing.
Yes.
And this year, it's even more exciting. I mean, we've talked a lot about women's health today. We're actually announcing a large campaign at the Purple Tie Gala. So we're looking to raise money to really focus on providing health care, both physical, mental, and spiritual, to the women in our housing.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Okay, and Joseph, I'm going to go to you. How many years have you been lovely involved in this? Because I love every year.
Many. I've been involved since the first gala.
Really? And
Yes.
what brought you to it?
Well, I believe we have to be part of the solution. So you get engaged, you get involved, and step up to the plate. So.
And just having Chris on the last segment, just talking about the importance and all of the good that has happened and the great stories, and I'm waiting for that laugh.
Well, the thing is that Cornerstone is blessed with amazing staff. Emma, Chris, just a few of them and stuff, and the board of directors and the people they serve. I mean, it's just an incredible organization to be connected to. So it's easy.
It's easy,
It's easy.
And so the easiest part is the gala?
Well, you know what?
Just
The color
set us up.
purple,
Yes.
the color purple looks good on almost everyone.
Okay. I
More
feel like
than-
you've been behind this.
Well, no,
Yes.
there's a reason why Cornerstone
Yes.
chooses hope every time.
Yes.
And it's the color for their logo and stuff. But it's a great color, and it's the Purple Tie Gala, I have to say, is a little different than the other galas because we encourage you to dress up. We encourage you to have fun.
Yes.
Because we're there for a perfect cause, and why not? You can dress up, and purple looks good on you, and it goes for the men and the women.
Yes, it does for sure. So when we go to the gala, what can we expect this year?
Yes. So this year we're moving to a larger venue, actually. So we'll be at the Delta Hotel Ballroom, which is recently renovated. We're very excited about that. And we'll have live music, we'll have a 4-course meal, and we'll have photo booths, dancing, auctions, both live and silent. So it's going to be a really exciting night. Obviously, lots of wonderful messaging about the work that we do. And of course, I cannot go without mentioning our costume contest.
Okay.
Yes.
So is this
costume or outfit perhaps contest?
Okay, and this is a contest, and the winner chicken dinner
Gets whatever we decide they're going to get.
Okay. You know what? I think it's just the fun of that too. Just being in the room. It's a great conversation to be part of it, and you have so much to share about what happens at Cornerstone Housing that it's a great way to start. You have some great auction items that you always bring to the table. So what are a few of those this year?
Yeah, absolutely. We are super excited about this. Actually, Love Your Body Fitness has donated a very large auction package of personal training classes. So if anyone loved that segment, that will be up for auction.
That's great.
And we're looking at a few different dinner packages. We're looking to partner for some spa dates, and we have some really lovely Chateau Laurier hotel stays, Westin hotel stays. So the community has been super, super generous, and I think there's something for everyone.
Yeah, definitely. And back to the community. You have been part of it, like you said, right from the beginning. And you've seen the community, like, you could probably rhyme off, what, 5 to 10 restaurants and community partners that have helped?
I could, but I don't want to do that because I know there's so many more people that want to give. So if I single out, like, time and again, a couple of other places, like Coconut Lagoon,
Absinthe Cafe.
You know, I just, I'll get myself in trouble and Sheila will slap me.
Okay, so give us some tips. We are going to go to you for fashion.
Okay.
Please.
First off, it's the Purple Tie Gala. So some people need permission to dress up and be wild and crazy.
Okay.
We're giving it to your viewers. So you're probably asking yourself, oh my God, where'd you get all this stuff? Well, I have to say, this is all from my closet.
Okay, well, and everybody at home, you can't go to his closet, but here's some ideas. I really, this is, I've seen it.
You have seen this, so this is a lovely, of course, you do not have to spend a lot of money to dress up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a fallacy. I mean, this fabric is from Fabricland. And the bling, and it was designed for a full-figured man. Might have been me.
I don't know.
But this, yes.
It's beautiful.
And the thing is, if you're going to be buying this kind of stuff, buy it in mind that you're going to use it for something else.
Or you're just going to keep going.
Well, sadly, I'm going to keep going. Ladies, you don't want to wear purple.
Okay.
Something as simple as...
Oh, I'm going to hold that up. Thank you.
Add a purple flower to your handbag.
Exactly.
And whatever you do, ladies, do not come to a gala with the suitcase.
Okay.
Okay? No
He's
suitcase.
only talking to me, everybody at home. Sometimes I'm running, I grab the wrong bag, and he's asking me why I brought my knapsack in. This is easy. You can thrift this as well. You can find it anywhere, or I'm just going to borrow it from you.
No, the thing is, I was listening to your show yesterday with Mandy and stuff. It's like, she's got great stuff. It's like, what do you need?
Yeah.
Do you want to know what you need? I'll tell you, but that's beside the point.
Okay.
Gentlemen, ties.
Ties.
Purple tie goes with your blue suit, goes with your black suit.
I'm the only one that's allowed to hold them up.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so you're so beautiful. Are you the Vanna White of Ottawa?
I am. There's your purple ties. You've got anything. That's perfect.
Everything.
Yes.
Then, of course, who doesn't have their mother's jewelry?
I know. This is great.
So.
This is lovely. Actually, Mandy has one of these too, like at Stunning Ottawa.
Yes.
So bling, bling, bling. Brooches are fantastic, right?
Men, women for sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
I've been wearing them for years. This is a necklace I got actually at the Nest upstairs by a group of women who put on a gently used, loved clothing.
Oh,
so this was from the...
Lovely, lovely. Okay, we have a minute back. We have a minute until we have to stop. So what else? Give us a little bit more.
Well, hats are always popular. Hello, there you go. If you don't have any purple, you can buy ribbon.
There we go.
You can attach ribbon.
There we go.
And of course, there's always the ladies.
Yes, there's pashmina. Everyone at home, take the opportunity.
Texture and color.
Get your tickets. Get your bling, your purple, everything that happens. Thank you so much, Emma. Thank you so much, Joseph.
A pleasure.
The Purple Tie Gala, it's a must-go-to, and there's tickets available for you. Thank you so much for joining the show. We'll see you next time at Ottawa in the Know.
So purple was...
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
My name is Karen. I'm here with my friends Shane and Monique, and we're getting ready for season 2 of the Fitness Fashion on Rogers TV. Join us right here.
The great food truck race is back.
We made you some chicken skin nachos.
We're hitting the southern Atlantic coast with 9 teams.
$17 for French fries? Are you crazy?
Noodles!